Well, if you're scoring at home, that's a 38-point turnaround for the San Antonio Spurs, down 17 at the half, win by 21, and now a 3-1 series lead over the Portland Trail Blazers. Inside the NBA, presented by McDonald's, comes your way just moments from now. And there is an investigation as well. San Antonio completely turns things around in Portland. A 17-point halftime deficit becomes a 21-point victory, and here's the way it played out this afternoon at Moda Center in Portland. Victor Wembanyama cleared to return from concussion protocol after missing Game 3, and right away knocks down a three.
He was shooting that thing early.
Shaedon Sharpe pulling up and knocking down the three.
Right
Portland,
back at you.
yeah, Portland full of fire here in the first half of this game.
Wow.
Wemby.
That floppy down right there, Kenny.
Yeah, you know, the one thing about Portland, they were also floppy downhill. So
That boy floppy downhill.
Yeah.
in the first half, and they went away from that in the second half.
Oh.
All of these drive to the rims and creating contact and creating action was not there, Ernie, in the second half.
I think the main thing, Kenny, the game slowed down. Because they're like a jailbreak. That's when they're at their best. They're not a good shooting team.
Yeah, 58-41, your halftime score. San Antonio comes out 13-0, which turns into a 23-4 run and the lead.
That's what the system does, Ernie. They never panic. They just keep playing.
7 blocks on the day from Wembanyama.
Oh.
And San Antonio just
Throw it up there.
dominating the second half.
Yeah, they went to the paint, then they said, okay.
Glad we actually showed some
step
De'Aaron
back.
Fox, because he was the best player on the court today.
Yeah, right around now. This was when he took over.
That's when he took over. Wemby had a hell of a game, but De'Aaron Fox was the one that the reason the Spurs won this.
28-6-7 for De'Aaron Fox. We hope to speak with De'Aaron Fox here before our show is over. There's Keldon Johnson, your
Nice
sixth man
pass
of the
right
year.
there.
And then Stephon Castle got hacked by Avdia.
That should have been a technical only on Castle right there.
Only on Castle.
Only on Castle.
Or 2-1.
No,
Yeah,
the
a
ref should've
2-1
called a
because
foul.
he instigated this.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
No,
he did.
He didn't instigate it?
Yeah, right
What's
there.
that?
What's that?
That's not instigation?
Putting the ball in somebody's
Bro, he got fouled hard and the ref ain't call it. No,
He did call it.
No, he didn't call it.
The ref did call it.
No, he went to the line.
He didn't call a foul.
Yeah, they called a foul. You didn't watch the game?
He didn't call it.
Yes,
They
did
called
call
a foul.
They didn't call hard foul, but they called
Way to go, Castle. Way to put the ball right in
You
his
can't
chest.
put that ball in nobody's
Soft.
chest and think they're not going to react.
They can
No,
react
the
all they
refs
want.
blew that one. That should have been technical or 2-on-1 guy, but not an even match.
That's how you're trying to beat people by whining and complaining.
Yeah,
Good
nobody
game,
whining.
Castle.
You
Way
put
to
that
it
ball
right
in my
his
chest, I'm going to act too.
You did. You actually threw the ball at him.
I did hit him in the head. But they stopped the tape. They stopped the tape.
114-93. You guys went through that last
who
night. I
saved
don't
you.
think we
Yeah,
need to
They did it.
revisit
They had it last night. I didn't
Again.
watch y'all. I just watched the game last night.
Spurs, by the way, now 13-0 this season when they hold teams under 100, and this final is 114-93. Second half score, 73-35 in favor of San Antonio as they take a 3-1 series lead. I told you that we hope to speak to De'Aaron Fox, and by golly, there is De'Aaron Fox joining us from Portland. Swipe, thanks a lot for taking some time with us, man. Appreciate you.
No problem at all.
So you guys found another gear there in the third quarter. What was the key to finding it?
I think we took good shots. I think that's where it started. We took good shots. We kept them out of the paint. That's where it started for us, and we just rode that momentum. And in the first half, we turned the ball over. We didn't take good shots. They got out in transition, and I think that was the most points they scored in a half this series. So, you know, no wonder they were up.
De'Aaron, we always talk about, San Antonio, the culture. I like to call it the system. when you guys were down by 17, what was the message from the coaching staff and veterans like yourself and Harrison Barnes to the youngsters? What did you say for the guys to come back out?
We need to get back to the way that we are used to playing. That's all it was. It wasn't that we were, missing shots or just, the natural things that happen in basketball. We weren't playing the right way. That's what it was. It was black and white. We knew what we needed to fix. Third quarter, we came out. First 5 minutes, we hit first. We passed the ball. We got good shots. We kept them out of the paint, and that's what made the game turn around. If we weren't making shots, so be it. That happens in basketball. But we weren't playing the right way in the first half.
You know, you and Harrison are actually the only two guys actually ever been in the playoffs pretty much on this team. Have you talked to like Victor was so excited talking to Malika after the game. Like he was excited for his first road playoff game. Have you had any conversation with these guys? Because obviously when y'all start playing against better competition, the intensity is going to ratchet up. How are you and Harrison talking to the young guys about it?
Yeah, I think it's funny. We actually played Golden State the game before All-Star break, and they came out. They got up, I think, like 18 or 19. They were extremely physical. You know, refs weren't calling the fouls. And in the huddle, we told them, like, this is what the playoffs is going to feel like. They're going to scratch, you're going to hold, you're going to get hit, and refs are going to swallow their whistle. That is what it is. Refs say that, you know, the NBA says that they don't officiate the games differently in the playoffs. We all got eyes and we can see it. So I think that is what prepared us. And then once we started getting down the stretch of the season, we told guys, like, this isn't what games are going to feel like. You're going to come in, you're going to get hit, you're going to look at them, they're not going to say anything. You're going to ride the wave of the crowd. I think us having a home game for the first game of the playoffs was great for us because you kind of don't know how people will react on the road. I think we were able to settle in fine, and I think they've been great. We got dogs on this team. Regardless of what they don't know, they go out there, they have instincts, and they play the game.
You know what's interesting is that you guys have, at least against Portland, you have a winning record when Wemby doesn't play. How does your role change when he's in the lineup or out the lineup, one as a team and individually for you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously when he's in there, he does so much for us that we feel that role whenever he's out. You know, he protects the rim, he shoots threes, he catches lobs. Whenever you don't have that, you're not going to just get that production from one player. So we all feel like we have to do more. He hadn't played against Portland until the first game, obviously. But as a team, I mean, he's missed 17 games. I missed, I think, 10 games. We've had guys that have missed games, and we have such a D team that we were, especially throughout the regular season, we were able to sustain the way that we were playing. And if he's in or out, or if anybody else is in or out, we know how to play without somebody in the lineup, and I think that's why we were so good this year.
De'Aaron, last thing. When you made your debut in the NBA, Dylan Harper was 11. Stephon Castle was like 13 years old. Describe for me the dynamic with you three, because everybody talks about, man, those San Antonio guards. So what's the relationship like, and what have you shared with them? And what have you learned from them, even though they're younger?
Absolutely love them, man. They are, one, they're just great humans, and two, they're extremely talented players, but they start calling me Unc. I'm like, bro, I'm not even 30 yet. Like, what are we talking about? But nah, man, they just bring like light into a room. Like the dynamic is great because, you know, I mean, I have kids, but I don't feel like I'm that old yet. But those two, man, them and plus Carter, like and this guy's 22. Like we have a young old veteran team. Like we got a good mix of guys. We got a good mix of guys, and I think everybody loves each other. Everybody wants to see everybody else succeed, and that's why whenever we were playing that way in the first half, we're like, that's not the right way to play. And we came back out, guys started moving the ball. Dev, I think, was big for us in the third quarter, and like you start seeing the love and appreciation that everybody has for each other.
Hey, Unc, thanks for taking a few minutes with us. We do appreciate that. It's 28-year-old De'Aaron Fox joining us here on Inside the NBA. Nice going on Game 4, and a huge Game 4 it was for you with 28, 6, and 7. Thanks a lot, brother.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all.
That's amazing.
You know who's a great interview? De'Aaron Fox.
No, but it's
great
really weird.
interview.
As long as that kid been around, he's only 28.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
And he's ratcheting things up. He's not ratcheting them. You said he's ratcheting them up. You're ratchet, but he was ratcheting things up.
Yeah, let him know. You can't
Castle didn't instigate.
guard me. That's right.
Oh, and hey, listen, Chris Dunn should have came back at you.
But guess what he did? Because he's soft like you. SOF capital T.
Okay.